Okay, good evening. This is the February 3rd, 2022 meeting of the Sustainable Old Lyme team. In attendance is Cheryl Poirier, myself as chair, and Holly Lyman, who is vice chair and who has graciously agreed to take minutes, as we have Maureen Plumley absent tonight. So the first thing on the agenda is to approve the January 13th meeting minutes. I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
And I'll second it.
All right, discussion. Do you have any questions or?
No, I thought they were very clear. It was a short meeting. We have a good bit of work cut out for us, but it's very clear from those minutes what happened in that meeting.
Okay, great. So all in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
All right. Also, I sent to you information on the climate leader designation that Sustainable Connecticut is offering. It's a lot of information to digest and to figure out where we are and if that's something that we could achieve in the near future. What are your thoughts on that, Holly?
I thought that was a really exciting proposal, and I think it would be really terrific if we could do it. I liked especially the fact that it was so focused, because there's so much going on with Sustainable Connecticut. And with this particular initiative, I really like the fact that it was very, very targeted. And I've started to look through the different items on in this great handout that you sent me.
Okay.
There was a lot of food for thought there. I thought I was wondering. I had questions about under improving open space. I was sort of thinking there's already so much going on. Can we build on that? Under the solar permitting, I think that so much is going on with solar power. It's very complicated, but I was thinking maybe there's something we could do with that. Under reducing residential solid waste disposal per capita, I believe that is something that the Conservation Commission is involved with. That Maureen conveyed that to me, or that they're interested in that. And so that might be something that we could liaise with them on.
Okay, great. And that is actually going to be brought up as well in the next item.
Okay.
So we'll be talking more about that. But before we do, so that's good. Good thinking. Anything else you want to?
No, but I'd like to know which of these items you're interested in. Any in particular?
I feel like we need to gather a little more information on what the buildings are, what potential is going on with the buildings in terms of being green buildings. And I mentioned last time that Phil Parkak, the facilities manager for the town, is a person to speak to. He's out of the office, so to speak, until February 7th. So I'm hoping maybe we can set up a meeting with him during February, you and I, or we could just explore where we're at with that and see if it's a viable option for us.
That sounds great.
Okay, so let's plan on that. We'll meet with Phil to discuss what can happen with the climate leader designation. Okay, the next item, efforts on residential waste reduction. That's that materials management item on the climate leader designation. And that, I believe, I don't have the specific wording in front of me, but it's to reduce residential solid waste, your garbage, by 10% over 3 years. We've already measured it, and we put out the flyer in the fall, which is on the website, that shares with people how much we throw away per person per year in Old Lyme, and that we'd like to reduce that by 10%. In response to that challenge, the Board of Selectmen have started, or reactivated, I should say, a solid waste and recycling committee. This is something that was in place a couple of years ago, and they it became inactive because they had met all of the charges that they were given. They had looked at the ordinance on trash and recycling and did some work on that. And now they're reactivated. They met for the first time this past week. I sat in on the meeting, and Tim Griswold sat in on the meeting to tell them what's happened recently around this effort in sustainable Connecticut. And there's some really good solid hitters on that committee. Jim Ward, who's with the Food Share Garden, Leslie O'Connor, who was the chair last time of the recycling committee, Suzanne Thompson, who we know is very involved in the environment, Karen Taylor, who is on the Board of Education sustainability team for recycling. She's always looking at recycling and composting at the school system. Marianne Basham, it might be Mary Ellen, I'm sorry, or Marianne Basham, Basham, is on that committee, someone who's very interested in the environment. I think that's all I'm remembering. And there's another gentleman who will likely be appointed to it this coming Board of Selectmen meeting. So they're very interested in concepts like composting and better recycling. They seem very clued into some of the psychological things you have to deal with in getting people to be better recyclers. So I'm excited for our work with them. And as you said, conservation's interested, so we should try to loop in with them on this. And I know we have some budget left, our Sustainable Old Lyme team, that we had talked about going toward publicizing this kind of improvement in solid waste reduction. So we can, work with this team, this committee and conservation to perhaps support them.
Okay.
So I can report more on that in the coming months as they continue to meet.
Terrific.
Those are the two main things. Any new business?
Yes, I believe that the record should show that our chairman, Cheryl Fourier, has been, was chairman of the Citizen of the Year of Old Lyme in 2021, chosen by our Board of Selectmen. And this is a credit to our group as well as to several other groups which you are leading and participating in and supporting. And thank you very much, Cheryl. So,
thank you, Holly. That's very kind of you.
And now in terms of, and then the other issue with new business is, I think that maybe when we next meet, if the COVID numbers are okay and everything, then maybe there's a possibility that we can start meeting in person again. If
I think that's great.
Convenient for everyone. So
that would be helpful. Yes.
So
can certainly do that.
And
just to circle back on that award, I do want to be very clear that I think the select persons were very, very happy with our work on getting the silver for Sustainable Old Lyme, and that I think played a big role in their thinking. So it's as you said, it's a testament to this committee. So
they certainly seem very happy. So everyone's
it's
a lot of happy people at that announcement. So
thank you. Any additional business?
So nothing here.
Okay, neither do I have any additional business. I do not see any members of the public on our WebEx meeting. So next month, if things are looking good, we'll meet in person again at Town Hall, first Thursday of the month at 5:30. So I will make a motion, very quick meeting. I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will second that. So.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Well, thank you, Holly. It's good to check in with you every month.
It's a pleasure. It's great to see you and have a wonderful visit.